You pick up your phone. You tell yourself, just for a minute. Just 1 minute. You open TikTok. One video, swipe. Next video, swipe. Just one more. And then you look at the clock. 30 minutes are gone. You're like, wait, what did I just do for the last 30 minutes? And the funniest part is, you can barely remember what you even watched, but somehow you still want to keep watching. Here's what's really strange. You know you're wasting time. You know you have work tomorrow. You know that assignment is still unfinished. You know the next video might not even be interesting, but your finger keeps swiping. Why? Are you really that weak that you can't even put down an app? No. The problem is much more complicated than that, because social media is designed to keep you using it. And the way it does that is actually pretty similar to a slot machine. Sounds a little extreme, right? But think about the way you scroll. You have no idea what the next video will be. It might be boring. It might be amazing. It might make you laugh. It might make you angry. You simply don't know. And that is exactly what matters. Because every time you swipe, you're testing your luck. Maybe the next one will be good. So you swipe. Not interesting. Swipe again. Maybe the next one? Swipe. And then suddenly, a video appears that is exactly your kind of thing. You laugh. You enjoy it. You get that little feeling of pleasure. And your brain remembers. Keep scrolling. That's what keeps you trapped. It's not that every video is good. It's that every once in a while, you get an incredibly good one. And that unpredictable reward makes it much harder to stop. It's like playing a game where you never know what you're going to get next, and your brain absolutely loves that kind of reward. Here's an example. You're sitting at your desk working. You reach a really boring part. You read 2 lines, and your brain goes, "This is so boring." Your hand immediately reaches for your phone. You open TikTok. One video, then another. And suddenly, you feel a little better. You just escaped the feeling of boredom. And your brain learns one very simple lesson. Bored, phone, feel better. The next time you're bored, you want your phone. The next time you're sad, phone. Stressed? Phone. Waiting for the bus? Phone. Going to the bathroom? You already know. Phone. Over time, you stop opening social media because you want to see something specific. You open it because your brain has learned to use it to escape uncomfortable feelings. And this is where the real problem begins. In real life, rewards usually take time. You read a book for 30 minutes. You might not feel any different. You work out for a week. You might not look any different. You study English for a month. You might still struggle to speak. You work hard for several months. You might not get a raise. But social media is different. You just swipe. A video appears. You laugh. A piece of drama appears. You get curious. A notification pops up. You feel noticed. The reward takes only a few seconds, and your brain starts getting used to that speed. That's why you can watch shorts for an hour, but reading 1 page of a book suddenly feels exhausting. It's not because the book suddenly became harder. It's because your brain has gotten used to this. Something new every few seconds. You watch one video. There's text, sound, images, transitions, a story. Done. The next video starts immediately. Your brain is constantly being stimulated. Meanwhile, you sit quietly and read a book. No sound, no transitions, nothing popping up, nothing changing every few seconds. And suddenly you think, this is boring. So the phone comes back out. But social media has another trap, a very powerful one. Social comparison. You open Instagram, someone is traveling, someone just bought a new car, someone is showing off their achievements, someone is in a relationship, someone is making a lot of money. And you look at their life, then you look at your own. Wait, how is someone my age already doing so much? You know that social media only shows the best parts of people's lives. You know they have bad days too. But your brain doesn't care. It still compares. And the worse you feel about yourself, the more you want to keep watching. Sounds ridiculous, right? Social media makes you feel bad. But that uncomfortable feeling makes you use social media even more. A perfect loop. And there's something even more dangerous. FOMO, the fear of missing out. You stay offline for an hour, and suddenly you start thinking, did something happen? Did someone message me? Is there some new drama? So you check your phone. Nothing.
But 10 minutes later, you check again, because you don't want to miss anything. So, what are you supposed to do? Delete every social media app? Throw away your phone? Move into the forest? Not necessary. Because if the solution is just stop using your phone, almost nobody is going to do that. A better solution is make it just a little harder to use. For example, turn off notifications for apps you don't actually need. Why? Because every notification is a call. You're working. Ding! You look. It only takes 2 seconds, but now you've entered the app. And once you're inside, you see one video, then another. So turning off notifications isn't about becoming more disciplined. It's about removing the thing that forces you to fight temptation in the first place. Next, don't keep your most addictive apps right on your home screen. Put them inside a folder or log out. Sounds like it wouldn't make much difference, right? But those few seconds of inconvenience actually matter. Because habits often work like this: see, open, use. Make the open step a little harder, and you'll naturally open the app less often. And there's another trick. Don't tell yourself, starting today, I'm never using TikTok again. You'll probably fail pretty quickly. Instead, set a specific time for it. For example, 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. You want to watch? Fine, watch, but only during that time. Why does this work better? Because you're not turning social media into something forbidden. You're turning it into an activity with a limit. And most importantly, you need to replace it with something else. If you simply take the phone out of your hand, but have nothing else to do, you'll pick it right back up. So when you're bored, have something ready. Go for a walk, read a few pages, exercise, talk to a friend, or simply sit quietly for a while. Sounds pointless, but it matters. Because you need to train your brain to get used to something not being stimulated all the time. At first, it will feel incredibly boring. You'll want to grab your phone. But if you can tolerate that feeling, eventually, you'll notice something strange. An afternoon without TikTok won't feel as scary as you thought. You'll be able to work longer, read longer, focus longer. And most importantly, you'll start getting back your ability to decide what you actually want to do next. So next time you pick up your phone because I'm bored, stop for 1 second. Ask yourself, what am I actually looking for? If you have an answer, go ahead, watch. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have no idea what you're looking for, and your finger just keeps scrolling, then maybe you're not using social media anymore. Social media is using you. And the scariest part is, you still think you're the one choosing the next video, when in reality, the next video may have already been chosen for you the moment you opened the app. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for spending your time watching this video. Hopefully, after watching this, every time you pick up your phone, you'll stop for a moment and ask yourself, what do I actually want to watch? Or is it simply, am I bored? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.